So hello friends, come back to Abhiram Ias Academy. We were discussing on the platform of Abhiram Ias. So AP history కి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్తో పాటు మళ్ళీ కాన్సెప్ట్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం. వీ డిడ్ కంప్లీట్ ఏన్షియంట్ ఆంధ్ర, just go through previous videos followed by medieval Andhra. Now we were doing modern Andhra Desha. So in this session, let us talk about. So there are totally 6 chapters in modern Andhra Desha. The first chapter, Advent of the Europeans, we have learned. As I was instructing you in the previous video, that is while you're reading modern Andhra Desha, in fact entire AP history, read the respective topics based on Indian history. To be specific, Advent of the Europeans, even anti-zamindari movements, the third chapter, socio-religious reformation movements, the fourth one, national movement. In fact, up to national movement వరకు మీరు ఇండియన్ హిస్టరీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్తో చదివితే ఏమవుతుందంటే చాలా ఈజీగా గుర్తుంటుంది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం మీ కాన్సెప్చువల్ క్లారిటీ అనేది వస్తుంది. Yes, when it comes to emergence of Andhra Rashtra and Andhra Pradesh, the major events, the 6th and last chapter, the major events between 1956-2014 is exclusively related to regional part. So in this session start, that is second chapter of modern Andhra Desha, anti-zamindari movements. When we understand the summary of anti-zamindari movements, so the very first instance, five European companies have entered, be it an Indian context and Andhra context. Out of 5 European companies, one company called English East India Company emerged as supreme economically. With economic supremacy, English East India Company introduced 3 different distinct land reforms, that is zamindari system, raitwari system and mahalwari system. Go through previous videos. We discussed few questions, previous questions, at the same time constitutional based questions in the previous video, zamindari, mahalwari and raitwari. So what was an outcome of these, what we call reforms introduced by economic reforms ganivandi, other reforms ganivandi annappudu, so the people were not happy with the reforms introduced by English East India Company. Since the northern sarkars which are under control of zamindars, so thereby the peasants organized revolts against zamindars. At the same time, zamindars also organized revolts against English East India Company. So ఈ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్తో ఈ వీడియోని చూసి అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నించండి. సో the very first instance, 5 European companies have entered. Out of 5 European companies, one European company called English East India Company emerged as the supreme, economically powerful. Now with this economic supremacy, the same English East India Company introduced various reforms, to be specific, economic reforms. And what was an outcome of these reforms? What was the response of the people annappudu? So people were not happy. Reason being, they were economically exploited, and these reforms were economically exploited and racially segregated and all that. So with this background, the first question, identify the correct statements. The first statement, Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy's revolt was crushed by Thomas Munro. And the second statement, Narasimha Reddy was a polygar from Kurnool district. In fact, this particular topic to be learned under the tag called revolts and movements, even as part of Indian history, at the same time regional history piece lo bhagam manaku anti-zamindari movements lo. So Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy is a very famous polygar from Kurnool district of Andhra Pradesh. So his revolt activities were crushed by Thomas Munro. When it comes to second statement is correct, first statement is incorrect. It was not Thomas Munro. In fact, Thomas Munro, who served as a collector of Madras Presidency, to be specific, ceded regions, and he was responsible for crushing so many, what do we call, Palegar revolts, but not Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy's revolt. So who crushed Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy's revolt? Annappudu manaku even Indian history lo banga questions adigaru. That is Captain Nolt. Captain Nolt was responsible for crushing the revolt activities of Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy, and a few might have watched a movie called Saira. So right answer for first question, option 2. Second statement alone corrected. First statement is incorrect. Second question, identify which of the following is not not related to the Sepoy mutiny in Andhra Desha. As I was telling, the respective topics to be learned under the tag called Indian history. So 1857 revolt, one of the major topics as part of Indian history. So what was an impact of 1857 revolt on Andhra Desha? Manaku syllabus lo ee topic untundi. So the question related to 1857 revolt. The first option, to unfurl the Indian flag in Machilipatnam and give a call to attack the English. The second statement, Rohillas looting the treasuries of English in Kadapa and Kurnool. The third one, Sheikh Pir Sahib's call for jihad in Kadapa. And the fourth one, attack on army camp in Rajamandri. Let me tell you, for this question, in fact, since the question is on not, first option is correct, second one and third one incorrect annappudu, the right answer for second question, option 4. In fact, we found so many violent events which are associated with Andhra Desha during 1857 revolt. Many youngsters, many like-minded people at the same time, and zamindars were not happy with English East India Company, and chota-mota rulers were not happy with English East India Company. They expressed dissatisfaction, especially Sheikh Pir Sahib, he gave a call for jihad in Kadapa and attacked Madras, what we call Madras treasuries and other treasuries and all. So since the question is not, the right answer for second question, option 4. Third one, identify the incorrect statements. Once again, question is on incorrect. First statement, Palegars means the leaders of an army camp. Correct. Second statement, Palegars system in Andhra started during the Kakatiya period. The third one, the Palegars maintained an army and collected taxes. Correct. Fourth one, Palegar system gave rise to a strong feudal system in Rayalaseema. In fact, also correct. Since the question is on incorrect, the right answer for third question, option 2. It was not in Kakatiya period, but during Vijayanagar Empire. One of previous videos lo kuda cheshamu, just go through regarding Palegar questions and all. So Palegar system in Andhra Desha started not during Kakatiya period, but during Vijayanagar Empire. Fourth one, identify the correct statements. The first statement, the main objective of the Wahhabi movement. The main objective of the Wahhabi movement was to end British rule through jihad. Ghulam Rasul Khan led the Wahhabi movement in Rayalaseema, was a Nawab of Kadapa. Annappudu, Mali Wahhabi movement, what we call say, manaku even Indian East lo bhanga manaku Wahhabi movement akkada meer chadivi undochu. The main motto of Wahhabi movement, in fact, first statement is correct. The main motto of Wahhabi movement wanted to oust British rule from across the globe, including India. So especially the movement was started in Central Asia by Syed Abdul Wahab. It was an idea of Syed Abdul Wahab who wanted to oust British across the globe, because the main motto of Wahhabi movement, it wanted to revive Islamic empire through the concept called jihad. మళ్ళీ సెంట్రల్ ఏషియాలో ప్రారంభమైనటువంటి ఈ వహాబీ ఉద్యమం ఏదైతే ఉందో మనకు భారతదేశానికి రావడం జరిగింది. ఇట్ వాస్ బ్రాట్ టు ఇండియా బై సయ్యద్ అహ్మద్ రాయ్ బరేల్వి అండ్ విలాయత్ అలీ. మనం మనకు చాలామంది ఇక్కడ ఈ ముస్లిం నాయకులు ఎవరుతున్నారో ఈ ఉద్యమాన్ని తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. అండ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద రెస్పాన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండియా కంపెనీ టువర్డ్స్ దెమ్ అన్నప్పుడు ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండియా కంపెనీ బ్రూటలీ క్రష్డ్ ద రివోల్ట్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఆఫ్ వహాబీస్. మళ్ళీ ఈ నేషనల్ ఈవెంట్స్లో జరిగినటువంటి ఈ వహాబీ ఉద్యమం ఏదైతుందో మనకు ఆంధ్రదేశ మీద కూడా ఇంపాక్ట్ కావడం జరిగింది. మళ్ళీ సెకండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్కరెక్ట్. ఇట్ వాజ్ నాట్ గులాం రసూల్ ఖాన్, బట్ ఇట్స్ అన్ షేక్ పీర్ సాహెబ్. It was not Ghulam Rasul Khan, it was Sheikh Pir Sahib, led the Wahhabi movement in Rayalaseema, was the Nawab of Kadapa, and the same gentleman, he took part in 1857 revolt and all. The right answer for fourth question, option 1. Fifth one, what led to the uprising of zamindars against the English East India Company in the Northern Sarkars? నార్దర్న్ సర్కార్స్ అంటే మనకు నార్దర్న్ సర్కార్స్లో జమీందారీ సిస్టాన్ని, నెల్లూరు చిత్తూరులో మనకు మహల్వారీ సిస్టాన్ని, మనకు రాయలసీమ ప్రాంతంలో మద్రాస్ ప్రెసిడెన్సీ రాయలసీమ ప్రాంతంలో మనకు రైతువారీ సిస్టాన్ని ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడం జరిగింది ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండియా కంపెనీ. సో నార్దర్న్ సర్కార్స్ అన్నప్పుడు మనకు జమీందారీ సిస్టమ్. సో వాట్ లెడ్ టు ది అప్రైజింగ్ ఆఫ్ జమీందార్స్ అగెయిన్స్ట్ ద ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండియా కంపెనీ ఇన్ ద నార్దర్న్ సర్కార్స్ అన్నప్పుడు ఆప్షన్ 1, ప్రెషర్ ఆన్ జమీందార్స్ టు పే పేష్కుష్ డ్యూస్. taxes. Second one, the desire to end the British rule and create an independent India, in fact, which is it's fundamentally incorrect. No Zamindar had an intention to to expel British and to wanted to get independence. It's completely wrong. The atrocities of British are very common. So even this cannot be considered as a main reason for Zamindari revolts in northern Sarkars or coastal Andhra, what do we call today. And fourth one, English interference in the succession disputes of the Zamindars. In fact, first and fourth statement lo koncham manaku similarities unnappadiki, the right answer for fifth question, option 1. So pressure on Zamindars to pay Peshku's dues. It was the main reason for Zamindari movements, anti-Zamindari movements in northern Sarkars. The sixth one, what do the words absentee landlordism, it's a previous question, what do the words absentee landlordism and tenants at will refer to annappudu? State violence, government atrocities, feudal exploitation, exploitation of money lenders annappudu. In fact, so these two can be easily deleted, and the answer lies between feudal exploitation and exploitation of money lenders. Feudal exploitation. So whenever you use feudal exploitation, that is absentee landlordism, at the same time tenants at will. So మనం ఇందాక రాసుకున్నాము, that is in English East Company we found three major systems: Zamindari system, Raitwari system and Mahalwari system. Zamindari, Raitwari and Mahalwari. Now the question is related to Zamindari system. అంటే జమీందారీ సిస్టంలో మనకు absentee landlordism అనే ఎలిమెంట్ ఉంటుంది. ఏంటి absentee landlordism అంటే, సో జమీందార్స్ they work in estate and the estate belonged to, peasants work in estate and the estate belonged to Zamindar. Zamindar never ever live on estate, but he lives in urban centers, towns and cities. He simply comes during crops. He simply collects and goes to the towns and cities. Right? So absentee landlordism antundi. One of the main reasons why in Zamindari system we found less what we call production or stagnated production annappudu absentee landlordism. And enti tenants at will annappudu, so since peasants don't have ownership rights over the land, at any point of time the peasants can be removed from estates or from lands. So tenants at will of the zamindars. So right answer for sixth question, option 3, feudal exploitation. Seventh one, who are the prominent personalities who served as Diwan of Munagala estate? In fact, Munagala estates, one of the famous estates are feudal lords, you call them, that is Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. So Ayyadevara Kaleshwara Rao, Komarraju, Venkata Lakshmana Rao, Kodati, Gopal Rao, Madapati Hanmantarao annappudu. In fact, it's a very factual information, Komarraju Venkata Lakshmana Rao. So focus on Komarraju Venkata Lakshmana Rao. He was responsible for library movements in Andhra Pradesh. In fact, he established many libraries in Hyderabad state, to be specific. Manaku Hyderabad city lo ganivandi, మనకు వరంగల్లో కానివ్వండి, హన్మకొండలో కానివ్వండి, చాలా లైబ్రరీస్ ఈయన ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసి మరి లైబ్రరీ ఉద్యమానికి పితామహుడుగా ఈయన పేరుగాంచాడు. సో రైట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ సెవెంత్ క్వశ్చన్, ఆప్షన్ 2 రైట్. ఎయిత్ వన్, హూ వాజ్ ద చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ మద్రాస్ ప్రెసిడెన్సీ? హూ వాజ్ ద చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ మద్రాస్ ప్రెసిడెన్సీ టు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ ద జమీందారీ ప్రొహిబిషన్ యాక్ట్ ఇన్ ది మద్రాస్ లెజిస్లేటివ్ అసెంబ్లీ? So Chakravartila Rajagopalachari, popularly called as Rajaji. Tanguturi Prakasham Pantulu, the first chief minister of Andhra state, 1953, October 1st, Kurnool as a capital. Ramaswamy Reddiyar and Subbarayulu Reddiyar. In fact, not Rajaji Rajagopalachari, not Tanguturi Prakasham Pantulu. And the answer lies with third and fourth options. The right answer for eighth question is option 3. It was Ramaswamy Reddiyar. Ninth one, what is the Wahhabi movement alike? In fact, it's once again previous question of AP history, group 2. It's an anti-British, anti-Muslim. It's not, so you can easily eliminate anti-Muslim, and even it's a pro-British, not ప్రో ముస్లిం అండ్ యాంటీ బ్రిటిష్ అన్నప్పుడు ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ సో మనకు 1 and 4లో 2 ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బట్ ద మోస్ట్ నియరర్ వన్ హ్యాపెన్ టు బి ఇట్స్ అన్ యాంటీ బ్రిటిష్. సో ద మెయిన్ motto of Wahhabi movement, it was born and brought up in Central Asia, gradually traveled to northwestern India, North India, Eastern India, and even Deccan and South India, and it's an against English East India Company. The main motto of Wahhabi movement, that is like revival of Islamic empire across the globe, including in Hindustan, through the concept called jihad. So right answer for 9th question, option 1, that is anti-British. 10th one, who was the British resident at the time of the revolt of 1857? So option 1, Davidson, Kirkpatrick, Charles Metcalfe, like it's an officer of 1830s, so you can easily eliminate. Henry Russell, it's once again 1830. Kirkpatrick, yes, it's one of the residents, not during 1857. So right answer for 10th question, option 1, that is Charles Davidson. 11th one, who referred to the revolt of 1857 as the first war of independence? ఇది మనకు ఈవెన్ ఇండియన్ హిస్టరీలో కూడా క్వశ్చన్ రావడం జరిగింది, ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్ ఆఫ్ ఏపీ హిస్టరీ. సో అశోక్ మెహతా, ఎస్ఎన్ సేన్, వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫేమస్ బెంగాలీ హిస్టోరియన్స్, authored many books and all. విడి సావర్కర్, వినాయక్ దామోదర్ సావర్కర్ అండ్ ఆర్సి మజుందార్ అన్నప్పుడు చాలా జనరల్ నాలెడ్జ్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్. రైట్ ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ విడి సావర్కర్. సో ఇట్ వాస్ విడి సావర్కర్ who authored a book called 1857 Revolt in the year 1907. 1907లో on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebrations of 1857 revolt, V.D. Savarkar, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, the founder of what we call Abhinav Bharat, little later, he had been to London on the instructions of Shyamji Krishna Verma. He wrote a book called 1857 Revolt. In this book, he branded 1857 Revolt as first national war of independence. First national war of independence, అంటే ప్రథమ భారతీయ జాతీయ మహాసంగ్రామం అంటాడు. ఫస్ట్ నేషనల్ వార్ ఆఫ్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్. మళ్ళీ ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ను ఆర్సి మజుందార్ వ్యతిరేకించి మళ్ళీ 1857 రివోల్ట్ను కేవలం ఆయన రివోల్ట్గా పరిగణించాలని చెప్తాడు. దట్ ఇస్ అనదర్ స్టోరీ. రైట్ ఆన్సర్, రైట్. 11th క్వశ్చన్, ఆప్షన్ 3, దట్ ఈస్ విడి సావర్కర్. 12th one, who was the Pusa party zamindar of Vijayanagara, estate, who was defeated in the battle of Padmanabha. So battle of Padmanabha, one of the, what do we call, one of the say famous battles as part of anti-zamindari movements, and we found so many skirmishes among the zamindars. This particular battle fought in the year 1794. So option 1, Ananda Gajapati. Option 2, Chinna Vijay Ramaraju. Option 3, Pedda Vijay Ramaraju. And option 4, Chinna Ananda Gajapati. The right answer for 12th question, option 2, Chinna Vijaya Ramaraju. Strictly speaking, these conflicts to be considered as ante manamu dayadi godavalu antam. So internal conflicts, మన internal conflicts లో భాగంగా మనకు ఈ యుద్ధం జరిగింది అంటాం. So right answer for 12th question, option 2. 13th one, who was the general secretary and president of All India Kisan Sabha? Especially మీరు ఈ సెకండ్ చాప్టర్ ఆఫ్ మోడర్న్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ చదువుతున్నప్పుడు యాంటీ జమీందారీ మూమెంట్స్లో భాగంగా ఈవెన్ హ్యావ్ ద హ్యాబిట్ ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ important peasant organizations are Kisan Sabhas. So the question is president and general secretary and president of All India Kisan Sabha. So option 1, Swami Sahajananda and N.G. Ranga. Option 2, N.G. Ranga and Swami Shraddhananda. Option 3, Gauri Shankar Mishra and Madan Mohan Malaviya. And option 4, N.G. Ranga and Swami Sahajananda. The right answer for 13th question, option 4, N.G. Ranga and Swami Sahajananda. So Gogineni Ranganayakulu is a native of Guntur district, popularly called as N.G. Ranga. He was the one who initiated peasant associations in Andhra Desha and created awareness among the peasants. And with this awareness, many peasants organized revolts. For that, All India Kisan Sabha be praised. For 13th question, the right answer is option 4. 14th one, who initiated the farmers movement or Kisan Sabha in Andhra region? Once again, N.G. Ranga. For 14th question, the right answer is option 3, N.G. Ranga. 15th one, which of the following is not the cause of the revolt of 1857. మీరు సిలబస్ను అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు యూ కెన్ కమ్ అక్రాస్ లైక్ వర్డింగ్స్ కాల్డ్ ద ఇంపాక్ట్ ఆఫ్ 1857 రివోల్ట్ ఆన్ ఆంధ్రదేశ్. సో బీ గుడ్ ఎట్. మనకు 1857 తిరుగుబాటు ఎక్కడ ప్రారంభమైంది అన్నప్పుడు మనకు మీరట్లో 10th May 1857 gradually had spread to other parts of British India, including Andhra Desha, because Andhra Desha was part of British India. Madras Presidency కానివ్వండి. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి ఆ ఈవెంట్స్ మీద ఒకసారి ఫోకస్ చేయండి. సో ద క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్ ఆర్ నాట్ ద రీజన్ ఫర్ ద రివోల్ట్ ఆఫ్ 1857 రివోల్ట్ అన్నప్పుడు సో డల్హౌసీస్ డాక్ట్రిన్ ఆఫ్ ల్యాంప్స్, డల్హౌసీ యొక్క రాజ్య సంకలన సిద్ధాంతం అంటాం. ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇట్ వాజ్ ద మెయిన్ రీజన్ ఫర్ 1857 revolt. The Enfield rifle controversy, once again it was immediate reason antam, takshana karanam antam, Enfield rifle controversy. Policies of economic exploitation of the English, yes, one of the reasons. Economic exploitation, social exploitation, political exploitation, so even cultural exploitation, ivanni kuda reasons for the outbreak of 1857 revolt. And the fourth one, modern transport and communication system introduced by English. Since the question is or not, right answer is option 4. Right. So these are the important questions at the same time previous year questions and conceptual based questions. So with this we'll have a pause. The next video I'll be going to speak on socio-religious reformation movements in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.